Now, intelligence, and all of this stuff happens through our intelligence. And just to have an example of how much of a relationship we have to power through our intelligence. Let's go into our own individual personal realities, the ones that nobody gets to see in. And let's look at, okay, how much of this pollution, how much of my life is affected by my fears and my doubts and my paranoias and my insecurities, the things I hide from everybody, but I can't hide from me even though I try. How much of my reality is affected by that? And then how much does that affect the realities of the people that I'm closest to? This is power. This is the power of our intelligence. And I define intelligence as our imagination, our creativity, our thoughts, and our actions upon these things. See, so whatever the answer is, however the negativity, the toxic, is working within our reality, whatever kind of power it has in the way our lives unfold, well, that's how we're using our imagination, our creativity, and our thoughts. Because we have been programmed and conditioned to use that, to use our intelligence in that manner. And mining takes place it's like sleight of mind. We're told the more money we make, the more powerful we become. But that's not true, right? The more money we make, the more access to authority we have, but it has absolutely nothing to do with power, really. It's about authority. And in actuality, in the actual actuality, authority represents an absence of power. That's why it is needed. But we're told, or whoever has the biggest army, that makes them powerful. But it doesn't. It gives them violent access to authority. But as we go through our lives trying to seek our own personal self-empowerment and all of these kinds of terminologies and these things that we're looking for, we're not going to synchronize it if we call authority power, if we don't understand a certain reality, see, because we don't want authority. We don't want all of the money. We don't want all of the guns. See, so these are not things that we really want to have. But if we look at that as being power, then we do not see ourselves clearly as power. Because what I'm starting to get an understanding of, we live in a reality they don't want us to see clearly. They do not want us to see clearly. They do not want us to act coherently. And who is they? Just for lack of a better way, I'm just going to say it's that industrial ruling class that is basically colonizing this planet. All right? And operating and creating a class of ethnic rich. Because when they talk about ethnics, the smallest number are the rich. They are the minority in a majority system. The minority is the richest. Okay? So our relationship to power is connected to our relationship to the earth and the use of our intelligence. Because any clear, coherent thinking society, we would not live the way that we live today if this was a coherent, free-thinking, clear-thinking society. And I know that, and we all know that. We live this way because we have to accept certain things. See, but the biggest obstacle to me in getting after what we need to get after is in how clearly we see ourselves. Because again, to respect this about our intelligence and about showing respect to our Creator, see, then we need to be real to ourselves. We should be able to face the reality of who we are no matter what it is we do in this reality. If there's any respect of the self, we owe it to ourself. If there's any respect, see, because all these things manifest. See, if it's weak at the heart, then it's going to be weak as you go out and as it goes out into the world. So we have to respect the self enough to be real to who we are. And it will help the synchronization of things in general in the long run. It truly will help. See, but if we have to hide from ourselves, then everything we do is going to be altered by that little alteration of our reality. The realities we seek or dream or chase, they're going to be altered because of that way, because we're not concentrating and using the power of who we are, but we're altering it. See, so we should always be real to ourselves. We should always do this. Even if our truths are shameful or glorious, it doesn't matter. I'm not saying judge it. I'm saying face it. If it makes us uncomfortable and we can live with it, then fine. We're uncomfortable and we live with it. If it's something we can't handle, then fine, we can't handle it, and it all evolves through the behavior pattern. It evolves through our life. See? But we need to be real to ourselves. That is a part of our spiritual responsibility that never, ever goes away. It's coming back all the way back to the ancestral beginning, the collective genetic memory. See, that was a part of our responsibility, was to be real while we were here. And we have that ability. It's just that we have been mind manipulated in such a way. See, that being part of human truly is being changed into a form of energy. See, and so it's got to do with how we think and how we use our intelligence. You know, because there are no solutions to any of the problems in front of us now, all right? There are only ways of dealing with them. But any solution, see, if we clear our individual and our collective intelligence and coherency and clarity, if we would set forth to make our intelligence clear and our perceptual reality a little bit more coherent, we set in that direction individually, collectively, then answers will come.